A red pill girl is basically a promiscuous girl. It's a girl that if you went hard on the alpha red pill things that I'm teaching you today, it would work tremendously. It's a girl that unfortunately, if you added in a bit more of the blue pill spiritual loving things, she'd actually be less attracted to you. So basically, this is just like the modern day Jessica, normal girl, Western woman, promiscuous girl who, has male friends, goes out, uses TikTok, whatever. You basically most girls are actually red pill girls, right? Don't treat those red pill girls as a blue pill girl. Don't give them the blue pill fairy tale. So, what I mean by this is when you meet a girl who's a Jessica, when you meet a girl who fits these, remember these things I showed you here, she's got like more than a few signs of this, we're going to say she's a red pill girl. You must treat red pill girls as red pill girls. Basically, if you meet a girl who's promiscuous, who's got a high body count, there's only two things you can do. You can either one, not speak to her because she's not your future wife, or two, you can give her a red pill experience if you wanted to, which is, it's certainly more degenerate, but you can choose, right? One, you don't speak to her because you focus on your future wife. Nice. The red pill experience you give to a red pill girl is basically where you go full red pill alpha male mode and you don't give her the fucking blue pill of like, we're going to get together, we're exclusive, we're monogamous, we're going to live together, we're going to be together in the future, any bullshit like that. You only keep, like, basically, you only use these. You don't use any kind of blue pill comforting tactics or anything like that. You stay red pilled with her. The reason why I've made this as a module, as a reminder, is because many young guys will be at the point where you're at, which is that you've been on self-improvement for a while. You've been leveling up your value. As you've known, is like when you level up your value, your confidence, your status, your money, your attractiveness, you start to attract more and more women. But there comes, for the first few years of your self-improvement journey, where you don't really attract many blue pill women. You don't really attract many like genuinely high quality, wholesome Anastasia style women. You attract Jessicas. The issue is that I see with many guys who are inside of Adonis School and on YouTube, they'll take the first Jessica that they can get. A Jessica is a red pill girl. But the issue is that they'll try and fulfill their blue pill fantasy of like a serious relationship with her. You can't mix, you can't give a red pill girl like the blue pill fantasy. It never works. The blue pill fantasy is like serious relationship. We're going to live together, children, whatever, whatever. You don't want to mix that with a girl who's showing you these signs. So if you meet a girl who's a Jessica, only be red pilled with her if you even want to spend any time with her at all. Better thing probably is to just fucking not even spend any time with Jessicas, with red pill girls. But I did. And so I've wanted this course to be something where like it gives you the power, the tools, so you can choose what to do with it, because I did. And so I had some really good experiences. I won't lie to you. So I had very good experiences when I was like red pilled and I met these red pill girls and I basically just acted like the pure alpha male with them. And so if you wanted to do that, I think that's fine. Don't merge into the blue pill with those girls. So let's say you meet a red pill girl. She's probably got like a high body count. She's got a couple of tattoos. You even know one or two guys that's fucked her before you. She's a little bit like brain dead. Like she's not intelligent, doesn't read self-improvement books, but she's kind of hot and you think she'd probably suck you off pretty well and you'd like to pound her, right? Okay, let's say that, fine. And you actually like, let's just say one thing is like, she's actually funny and nice to be around. She's presentable, right? Like she's not like a disgusting, like, lack of class kind of girl. She's got like a fair amount of like respect and she's kind of funny. She's like, if you hung out with her for 3 hours, it would actually be a fun experience. Let's say that, right? If you're going to go and see this girl, stay pure alpha red pill. If you keep fucking this girl like you hate her, she will be crazy for you up until the day that you fuck her like you care about her. If you stay full red pilled alpha mode, even though she's pissed off at you sometimes, she will keep seeing you and you'll have like this really fun experience up until the moment that you start to merge in and start to create this blue pill fairy tale with you guys. Because I really do believe like you can have a really good, like for example, that first girl that I was sleeping with during COVID, that was a nice experience for me. I broke up with my girl, came back home. I was focusing on my business. I was focusing on my fitness. And twice a week, I'd go meet this girl in the woods and we'd basically just go fuck. And I just was pure alpha male mode, right? Degenerate, whatever. I actually still liked the experience and it made me feel awesome. It actually kind of helped me with business because I talk about it. I'm still talking about it right now. And it really helped. Like, it was productive in some ways and it's degenerate in others. You make the judgment. You don't have to do this 100%. But if you are going to, the problem I did with this girl, I started to create this blue pill thing of like we could be together and we could travel together and we should get into a proper relationship. We became boyfriend, girlfriend, exclusive. Suddenly I'm starting to see her 4 days a week, 5 days a week, staying over at her place. She's staying over, like, and suddenly it's like the sex went down, the problems went up, the headaches went up, distraction from business, from fitness, randomly feeling sick and tired and anxious. And so it was a lose, lose, lose. When you get with a red pill girl, never ever get like feelings for her, never cope and say like, oh, you know what? She actually is on self-improvement, guys. She meditated once, guys. Like this is going to sound kind of mean, but you need to see her almost like a broken girl that you're just kind of like enjoying some time with because you're kind of like a broken man. And it's just like a bad habit, like watching porn and fapping, rather than any of this bullshit that like, oh, but you know what? She actually meditates. Like she meditated with me once, bro. I actually think she's on self-improvement. She'd actually be like the mother of my children, bro. She'd be a really good mother. I used to think this about that same girl. She'd be a really good mother. And when I think back at it now, I'd be like, holy fuck. She'd be such a toxic, abusive mother. She'd be like, I was so blinded because like, you know, I started to like just basically play on the same thing of, oh yeah, I want a relationship. Well, I kind of like this girl, so I'll have a relationship with her. Red pill girls are not for relationships. You do not get into a relationship with a red pill girl unless the only exception I'll give you, which is a very small exception, you're probably not going to get this, no offense, is if the girl likes you so much and you're so high value that, for example, you can get like a red pill relationship with a girl who's basically fine with keeping it non-monogamous on your side, and she basically invites her friends to help fuck you as well. So like, you know, she helps you get threesomes and stuff, and again, it's degenerate, but let's be honest, that's a fucking like kind of a nice experience for a man to have in his life, right? So if you can get into the kind of red pill relationship where you're with like basically kind of like a hoe, and you enjoy each other's time, you're also a bit of a hoe as well, and you're not going to get into a serious relationship with her, more like a casual boyfriend, girlfriend, but she's the kind of girl who knows that you'll keep fucking other girls and she'll even help you with it. It's degenerate, but it can definitely like be an experience you look back on when you're older thinking, damn, I had a lot of threesomes when I was like 22. It's like, yeah, it's degenerate, but I'm not going to lie to you. Like, if me and you were chilling, I would give you a fist bump for that. So obviously, you don't be a degenerate if you don't want to. I have. And I just wanted to give this extra lesson because you just want to make sure that if you are going to be a bit of a degenerate, just don't get serious with that girl, right? If you're going to be a degenerate, that's already kind of like, you know, bad, but it's like, I've done it. We've all watched porn. We've all done stupid habits, whatever. If you're going to be a degenerate, if you're going to sleep with red pill girls, treat them like red pill girls. Only stay alpha, only stay red pill. Don't start fucking adding in blue pill, fairy tale, lovey-dovey shit. Don't start like, you know, spending too much time with them. Don't start fucking cuddling and shit. Treat them like the fucking alpha male Chad. Like, just act like that. And you will have such a good experience with these kinds of girls. You'll get the best of them that their husbands won't even get. And if you just don't get feelings for them, or you can even have feelings, but if you just don't allow that to cloud your judgment, to start believing that she's actually a high quality woman that you want to be with more often, you'll actually have like a pretty good experience. I'm not urging everyone to do this. I think most guys shouldn't, but I know for a fact some guys are going to use this course to basically be degenerates because they already are. So if you're going to be a degenerate, it's just a warning. Don't fucking fall in love with a red pill thought, basically. And I just want to give you a specific tactic because that last sentence almost cut off there where I said, don't fall in love with the red pill thought. And that's a good lesson. But I want to give you a specific tactic on how to do this. And this is, again, it's only for the degenerates out here who are going to stay as degenerates. But I want to give you a very specific, like fucking high brain, high level tactic on how to not get too emotionally attached to a girl that you're just sleeping with. This is exactly what you do. You're going to have sex with this girl. I'm done with giving disclaimers. Okay, I've gave like 10 disclaimers in this video. Don't be a degenerate, whatever. I'm just going to speak to you now like you are a degenerate, right? Okay, so you're fucking this girl. A lot of oxytocin, the bonding chemicals and bonding moments, happens after you've had sex and you kind of sit there and cuddle and kiss and you sit there in this kind of like connected moments. So what I used to do without even realizing that this was like scientific when I was a degenerate in university, I'd fuck these girls like hard as fuck, alpha male type of fuck, right? You've got that sex course that I made as well on like how I used to fuck, like fucking domination, everything, right? So I'd fuck them like that. Where are we? I'd fuck them like that. And the moment that I'd finish, I would literally leave the room immediately. I wouldn't say anything. I would literally just walk straight out, grab my towel from like it would be hung up on the door and walk straight out and like go and have a cold shower. Because what that did, I didn't even know this at the time, but the effect that it had, which I knew, was I would literally, so I'd be pounding this girl. Imagine she's like, spasming out like a pretzel, like all fucked up. I've got her legs up, just everything, right? I'm putting in a lot of fucking effort, right? Like it's a discipline, like literally me having sex is an act of discipline, honestly. I'm literally pushing, I'm hitting PRs, everything, right? So I'm going full hard. She's fucking spasming, panic, all this weird shit, right? She's feeling pain and emotion and everything, right? The moment that I would come, I would literally stand up, walk out, grab my towel, wrap it around my waist quickly, walk out, have a cold shower, and then come back in. So it's been a minute or something. I'd come back in and I'd always see the girl, so many different girls in the exact same position where they kind of sat up in the bed looking like dazed and confused. And what this simple thing did was that it meant that, like, for me, why I did it then was just because it seemed to have like a good effect of like the girl was almost like, crazy, feeling like, whoa, what's happening? It's like, it's so intense for her. Whereas I was like just kind of normal. I just had a shower and stuff and she's still on the bed. So she'd look at me as if I was like a sex god where like I didn't even seem like I was tired or anything. And I was literally, I'd walk out of the door and I'd be fucking like heaving. I was tired, I was sweaty, everything. But I'd walk back in kind of like in a slow mood. So she'd see me as like, wait, he just fucking dominated me and he doesn't even look like he's sweaty or anything. He's just had like a shower. And so she'd be like kind of confused and thinking that I'm like this fucking amazing, like powerful guy, right? That was why I did it. What I didn't know is that when I did that, I was actually avoiding the bonding hormone that bonds people together. So it's weird to say this, but basically, if you're going to follow this advice and you're going to be a degenerate and you're going to go sleep with these red pill girls because you're a red pill guy, you're going to go sleep with these degenerates because you're a degenerate, and you don't want to get feelings for these girls, you don't want to get that lovey-dovey thing. You want to have like, a fun time with them, fine, I understand that, but you don't want to actually get like the clouded feelings where you really start to be anxious about this type of girl, right? You don't want that, right? So if you just kind of leave, literally the moment, like as soon as you're done nutting, if you just leave the room, you go to the bathroom, you leave, you get out of the car, if you're in a car or something, you just get out of the area by yourself without saying anything, without even the final like kiss to kind of conclude something, it kind of stops the bonding from happening. Because I remember I was able to do this a lot with the same girls, multiple loads of times, never got this kind of like this feeling with them. And I remember specific times where I stopped doing this and I'd be tired, so I kind of collapse in bed next to them and would be in like a mess, like a sticky mess of all of our fluids, and would cuddle a little bit and kiss and laugh. And those are the girls I fell for, and those were the girls I shouldn't have fell for, and I lost a lot of like my life and my mental, like focus, because I was then falling in love with these fucking red pill girls. You don't want to fall in love with these red pill girls because you'll just have so much anxiety, because she's not going to change her behavior. She's still going to be going out partying, using TikTok, probably still has Tinder and stuff. She's going to be fucking other guys. And so if you are going to be sleeping with these girls because you're a degenerate, you should be doing it in a way that protects you from like the emotional chaos that happens. So that's a very specific tactic that I used to do. Another thing that I used to do is make sure that we're not actually bonding too much through text. So for example, I'd only text for logistics. So when there was girls who wanted me in university or after university, they'd often like let's say, okay, we're going to go plan something, and I'd plan like them coming to fuck me in like a very easy way of like, come up tonight. I'd message this girl like, drive today at 7 p.m. That was my text to her. No bullshit. Hey, how are you? How are you today? I've just done this. Drive at 7 p.m. That was literally the text I'd send. And she'd say like, yeah, sure. Some shit like that, right? Or I'd say to the girls who lived in my building, like, come now. Literally, imagine that. Imagine I'm not even in the middle of a conversation with a girl. I'd literally message, but like a girl I was consistently sleeping with, and I'd message her like give a message, like a text message saying, come now, come up. That was all I'd send. So there wasn't a bonding moment. These girls would follow that and they'd come up, they'd come for a drive, whatever. But often they'd also send me cute shit through the day. So I remember one girl, for example, sent me a screenshot of her, on iPhone, there's like the health app shows you how many steps you've taken, like how far you've walked. And she sent me a screenshot of it saying that she's done 10K steps today. I didn't reply. Why? Because it wasn't about sex. That could have been a bonding moment, but I didn't want to bond with that girl. I just wanted to be like the red pill alpha who's just casually fucking, right? So I didn't want to reply to that because one, I didn't want to bond with her, but also two, I didn't want to start to like not be pure alpha and start being more of like a friend who's replying and sending shit. So if you want to go full alpha red pill mode and you've already had sex with the girl, then only speak for logistics. Only send her the message of like, hey, meet tonight, 7 7 p.m. Come over, bring wine, something like that. That's like pure, like as a red pill as you could get. The moment you start texting for friendship and everything, you start to dilute that. You start to create that bond, which is going to be painful, and you probably don't want that. And also, I'm just going to be honest to you, these girls will lose a lot of attraction for you because they've already got all these chumps who send them messages, and she's already sent, if she sends you a cute little picture or a cute little message like that 10,000 step screenshot, guarantee she sent it to 3 other guys, and those fucking chumps replied, and she got into a cute friendly conversation, and she's wondering why I didn't reply. She's craving my validation. And then later on that day or later on the next day, when she's still thinking, oh, why the hell would you reply? And she then gets my validation, which is, hey, meet me tonight. Suddenly she's realizing, oh, okay, so to get Hamza's validation, to get some kind of intimacy with Hamza, I need to meet him and be ready to have sex with him. That's a good way to condition a girl and to make her only look at you as the alpha and not some beta that she can have a cute text conversation with, is basically only speak for the logistics of fucking. Now, when you're first speaking to a girl, for example, if you've got, you just cold approach the girl and you got her number, you can't exactly just message her, hey, drive tonight at 7 p.m. You can do, but it's you might need a little bit more of funny conversation. You might need a little bit more, right? What I will say is, you want to err on the side of far less texting than more. So be very careful, with every text that you send to a red pill girl, really ask yourself, is this necessary? Is it necessary? Is it needed that I say this? What is the intention of this text message that I'm sending? So if you go cold approach or you use Tinder or Instagram and there's a clear red pill girl there who you can tell is she's a bit of a degenerate, she fucks a lot of guys, and you just want some of that because you are also a degenerate, right? If you want to get with that kind of girl, understand that every text you send her most likely is going to make you see more of a beta that she doesn't want to fuck. And so you maybe the first message you send you might not want to go, hey, meet me tonight, when she doesn't even know you. But let's say if you have met a girl and you cold approach and you came off as the sexy guy, the first message you can send is literally, it's Hamza. She replies, oh, hey, and you reply with, coffee tomorrow at 7, drink tomorrow at 9, something like that, because this will instantly, even if let's say she's not interested, she at least will instantly see you as oh yeah, he's just trying to fuck. She sees you as the red pill guy. The moment that you're hey, it was so cool to see you. Here's a picture of me, selfie of me when I was doing something. My dog was there, ha ha ha. Suddenly you're acting like a friend. And again, remember, you want to get into a serious relationship with a good quality Anastasia, good quality blue pill kind of woman, by all means, text her for fun, call her, laugh with her family on the call. 100%. Those things are really awesome. Go on a long FaceTime call with a girl who's a not promiscuous, non-red pill girl. Go and text her, send her memes. That's fucking awesome. But when you meet a girl who, for example, has more than a couple of these, I'm telling you right now, if you're sending her fucking memes, if you're messaging her fun stuff, that's kind of unattractive. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say there's a girl in the gym who you follow and you haven't really spoke to her, and she posts on her Instagram story that she's just hit a PR. If you've never really spoke to her and you reply to that, or you send her a DM hey, meet me tonight, it's a bit absurd, right? It's a bit that's a bit too much, but she's a red pill girl. So you can reply to a girl's story with something kind of funny, a little bit of a compliment, and you're that was easy, get 3 reps next time. You say that, right? So she's posted a story of her hitting a deadlift PR, and you say, that was smooth, get 3 reps next time. Something like that. It's a bit of a challenge, right? It's a bit of masculine guidance and stuff. It's a bit attractive. Then she replies haha, it was a bit tough, haha. Then you can let the conversation just stop there. You don't have to lead the conversation to this friendly fucking place. You can play the long game, and eventually you can then, if you've seen her in person, you want to get to the point where it's clear that you want to meet, and you want to meet early, because it's as simple as this. If a girl does not want to meet you and she's not receptive to you saying, hey, meet me tonight, meet me tomorrow, then she doesn't see you as the kind of guy that she'd want to fuck. Now, she might, for example, that could be a test or something, but you really just want to try once, maybe twice. And so, for example, if you message her and she's not sure, it's okay, you could hold frame and message her again, but if she's not interested, it's okay, fuck it, just stop messaging. It's a bit cringe now, you're giving her screenshot material. If you message her and she's oh, that'd be sick, but I'm a bit busy and stuff, that's fine, then obviously reschedule. But you just don't want to, you want to use some social intelligence. If you've never spoke to a girl before and you cold DM her on Instagram saying, hey, meet me tonight, that's probably a little bit socially incalibrated. If, for example, a girl follows you, or you follow a girl, she follows you back, and she likes your Instagram story, and she sends you a message, then it's it's a little bit easier of you could send her a message of something the city name, for example. So a girl likes your picture and she's nearby, or for example, she goes to your gym but you've never spoke to her, and you message her literally saying I don't know, Gold's Gym question mark, and she's like, yeah, I go there. And you could say, hit a workout with me tomorrow at 9 a.m. You don't fucking talk about, what's your workout routine? Let's be friends. You straight away give the plan. And just remember, this is not for like wife quality girls. This is for degen girls. The reason why I'm telling you to basically just text them like they're pieces of meat is because there's a guy who's fucking her right now, just texting her like this. So if you think you're going to play Billy Bater and fucking, have a nice emotional connecting moments with her, if you think that's needed, I'm telling you right now, it's not. Like there's multiple guys that are probably fucked her in the last few months have only sent her these small messages. And so you want to see more like them, like you're in the sort of group of guys who just get it, who just straight away organize like a sexy kind of meetup, rather than the guy who thinks that he needs to send memes and he needs to send each other reels and stuff. That's awesome to do with like a high quality girl who's funny, who you're going to have time with, who you actually want to speak to, who you want to develop a bond with, but not with the kind of girls who are red pilled. So if you meet a red pill girl, text her like that, fuck her like that, and never ever get blue pilled. Never get attached to her. Never start to build up the blue pill fantasy of this bullshit of like, oh, but we can grow together. That's the final thing I'll just warn you about. If you do get with these girls and you start developing a bit of feelings, your brain and your stupid heart will start to tell you like, oh, but what if we grow together? She's fucked right now. She's fucking damaged, but we could grow together. Growing together is a fucking myth. Growing together is a myth. If she has more than 5 of these, remember the action step, grab your hand and slap yourself in the face because you're being a bitch. There's no such thing as growing together. You get a girl who has less than 5 of these, preferably 0 or maybe just 1 of these, and then you can like basically make more progress together. But if her foundation's all cracked, there's no fucking growing together, okay? You can't grow on top of a shit foundation. If she's a blue pill fucking girl, a red pill girl, you don't fucking grow together. So I'm warning you right now, because in a few months of sleeping with this girl, you might start getting these stupid thoughts, thinking like, oh, but what if, what if I did get her to meditate and she meditated for like 10 more years and she'd be a wife quality girl and she started to read that self-improvement book. Stop trying to get these girls on self-improvement, you fucking geek. Stop trying to get these girls on self-improvement. If she's a red pill party kind of girl, don't fucking try and get her to meditate next to you. Don't fucking try and change her, telling her that going out and partying is a bad thing. Don't try and change her. Just be the fun guy that she wants to spend time with. Again, don't do this if you don't want to be a degenerate, but if you're already a degenerate, at the very least do it right, where you're not going to get stupid feelings for like a low quality girl and then lose like 2 months of your life due to heartbreak and everything. Like what's happened to me multiple times, right? I'm trying to save you a few months of your life. When you start getting with one of these girls and you start getting a bit closer, you might remember this exact module. I'm just putting this into your subconscious brain right now. When that happens, come back to this module and watch it fully. So if you're with a girl right now, or in the future, if you start meeting one of these red pill girls and you start developing some feelings, come right back here. Don't waste like 2-3 months of your life getting in feelings with her, then getting your heart broken, and then, just all this bullshit. You don't want to do that. Treat red pill girls as red pill girls. Last minute resistance refers to the moments when you and this girl have been getting more and more sexual, you're escalating, you're kissing, you're making out, and then you go back to your place or her place, and it's obvious what's going to happen. But then she randomly just stops and says, no, I'm not going to have sex with you. We're not having sex. Or maybe she does something which multiple girls have done, which is like they'll cover their pussy with their hands like this and be like, no. This is a tricky point, because if you were a beta male, what would you say? What is the one word that a beta male would say when a girl says we're not going to have sex? The beta male would say, why? The guy who is not red pilled aware will literally ask the girl why she doesn't want to have sex with him and get her to expand on reasons as to why he's a beta. Basically to spend more time on this issue instead of trying to, maneuver past it. You can tell, like, if you don't have much experience with girls, like, you'd fuck up right now, right? So I'm guessing that if I didn't make this module, you would actually experience this and you'd just be in this awkward position. It's so like weird that girls do this, but it's basically to see how are you going to react to this last and final shit test? Because if you act butthurt, she's going to know that you're not an alpha male, because like an alpha male wouldn't give a fuck, right? Remember the double blowjob. Always visualize the double blowjob, which we've got in this module right here. If you had 2 10 out of 10s who were super, super fucking attractive and they were both licking the sides of your cock, how would you respond to this? If they were both ready for you right now, all you had to do was send them a message and they'd come and meet you. 2 hot twins, 10 out of 10. If a girl says, oh, we're not having sex, you'd just be like, okay, so? Right? Or you'd act like it's a shit test. You'd act like it's funny, right? So you'd be like, you think I want to have sex with you? Ew, I don't have sex with girls. I only have sex with big hairy guys. You know, you say some stupid shit like that. You go with any of these. Basically, if you respond with a level of insecurity and questioning and arguing, she's going to realize, oh yeah, he is actually a beta male. That's her last and final defense to see how you act when sex is restricted from you. How would the alpha male act when sex is restricted from him? He'd go sleep with one of his other girls. The beta male doesn't have other girls, and so he'd pressure forward. He'd go more forward with the same girl. The alpha male would go horizontal. He'd go like to the side and basically go pursue other options, right? So she wants to basically, at the last moment, see you act like the alpha. So I'm going to give you a very specific tactic, which is fucking like, you don't realize how much value you're getting from me. This is after thousands of hours of fucking research implementation of a really good way. So if, let's say, okay, you're in bed with this girl right now, she's covering her pussy and saying like, oh, no, I'm like, we're not going to have sex, right? This is exactly what you do. Like I said before, with the escalation, you want to level up your sexual, physical escalation with her up until the point it reaches her level of sort of like comfort. And that's when she says, no, like, it's too much, whatever. Then you go back down, right? Then you start leveling, like every time you do that, her level of the sort of maximum PR that you can do, like the heightened like level that you can get to goes up. So let's say the first time you start kissing and you start like going down close to her, she'll get to about here and say, oh no, we're not having sex. Then you kind of go down, then you like pull away, and I'll teach you a specific thing you're going to do when you pull away, right? It's fucking powerful. I'm telling you right now, there's a specific autistic tactic that I have learned, which you're going to do, and you're going to be like, the next time you do this, you're going to be literally thinking about me, thinking he's a fucking legend. How the fuck does he know like this specific tactic, right? So you're going to do that. You're going to use the tactic. You'll kind of like stop the escalation for a bit. And when you do that, she realizes, oh, he is a bit of an alpha male. He wasn't butthurt. And her level of comfort goes up. Then you can get closer to a pussy, but then it hits this point and she's like, no. And, she kind of squirms away from you and stuff. Then you do the same. You do the tactic again. And a level of comfort goes up to the point that she's ready for you to dick her down, basically. Then this is for high quality women. This is for degenerates. It's for all kinds of women. Many women will give you last minute resistance. Many won't, but like quite a lot will. If you're ever hooking up, or if even with your like girlfriend for the first time, it's like this subtle dance, this play of push and pull when you're about to escalate to sex, where you're pushing forward and then she'll stop you at a point and you need to reel back and do something and then push forward again. You can't act butthurt. Remember this. The next time you're sexually escalating with a girl, or even just like next to each other, physically kissing her or something, right? There'll be a point when she'll kind of pull away and it'll be too much for her. So you started to kiss, that's fine. But then you started to use your tongue a little bit, she pulls away. That's the level she's at right now. If you look at her weird and be like, wait, you don't want to make out or something, she knows you're a bitch. So you act like it's completely fine with a smile on your face. You do the tactic that I'm about to teach you. Then you go again. And then by that time, she's probably down to start like going to the next level that you were pushing towards. It's this subtle push and pull all the way till you're having sex with her. The tactic, there's two tactics really. And they are so specific, so autistic, but I know that they work because I've done them with probably like, I don't even know, maybe about 30 women, because it just always fucking works for this, right? So imagine the specifics of this. Let's say, okay, you're in missionary position with this girl and you both got like underwear on or something. And she's like blocking a pussy saying, we're not going to have sex, right? You've been kissing, making out, right? So that's where her comfort level is. You push past it and she's like, no, we're not going to do anything. You reel back, and exactly what I do is I go and drink water. So whilst we're still kind of in missionary position, I'll go and get like my water bottle. And even if I don't even need the water, I'll just take a sip and I'll offer some to her. If she's kind of like lying down on her back, I'll usually like waterboard it. Like I'll feed it to her, but I'll like waterboard her a bit. So she's like, like it's kind of funny and everything. Then I'll wipe her down and stuff, right? Then I'll go back in for the kiss again. And I'll start pushing to the same level that we were at and a little bit more. And she's probably at like this level now. And she pushes back again. And she's like, no, I'm unsure. I'm not really sure if I'm ready to have sex. Are you just going to leave me afterwards? She's asking all these questions. What are we? What is this? What is this? What is this? Are you just going to leave me? Do you just want to fuck me? What do you want from me? And I'll casually answer some of those questions. It's a shit test. I'll be cocky and funny. I'll be like, yeah, married. Like, let's just get married. I think we should just have children. I'll say some goofy shit. And again, I grab a water and I'll just take a sip. If I'm in a car or if I don't have a water bottle, if, for example, there's music on, I'll have Spotify open on my phone and I'll like kind of like read the lyrics, or I'll change the song, or, I'll do something which takes the pressure off of her. And in a manipulative way, I'm just going to tell you, because it's kind of a little bit evil. Basically, what I'm doing is conditioning her to believe that when she rejects me, I take attention away from her. So when she says no and she hits this line here, I've moved away. I've physically moved my body away from her. Kind of like that shit test pass, which I told you, which was like, when a girl says something I don't like, I literally do like this. I literally look away from them, almost like it's boyish and childish, whatever. It really fucking works. I literally do that because I'm not going to give a girl my validation unless if I'm getting what I want from her as well. You can say it's an asshole thing. Well, yeah, that's why the alpha male's called like an asshole, selfish and stuff. Because like you want what you want, she wants what she wants. Why would you not be fighting for what you want? If she wants your validation, your connection, and you want to have sex with her and you want to build up like a relationship, intimacy with her, then fucking fight for it. So if I'm with this girl and she says like, no, I'm never rude about it. I'm never ever even like angry or anything, questioning or anything about that. I never speak in like a logical way of like, oh, do you not feel comfortable? I don't dwell on it. I instantly kind of take some attention away from her for about 10 seconds. I don't even look at her and I'll literally like mindfully drink some water. So I'll literally show you, right? This is what I'll do. Here's my water bottle to the side. And imagine I'm in missionary position with you, right? And you've just blocked your pussy and you've said like, oh, no. And I'll be like, then I'll go back to kissing her. It's a solid one. 15 seconds where I gave her no attention, where I focused on my own thing. This is good for multiple reasons. One, I stopped giving her my attention and validation when she rejected me. This means that she's going to start to subconsciously pick up on like, oh, okay, so if I do that thing, he kind of like turns away, which makes sense. It's like, she did something which I didn't kind of like. I would have liked to have leveled up our intimacy, but she didn't want to. So it's like, okay, well, I'm kind of unattracted to that. So she's like, okay, if I do that, I don't get his attention, but I like his attention. And also, he's not a beta male because a beta would have pressed forward more and needy, and he doesn't seem needy at all. And also it gives like a little bit of like a sort of rest between that level of her comfort that I just pushed past. So it's almost like we're on the next level now. So then when I've finish the water, I've put it away or something, or I've finished like, I don't check my phone. I think that can look a bit weird. Imagine like she says no and you start texting a girl or a guy or whatever. It's the only time I use my phone for a moment like this is if, for example, my screen is already on and it's on Spotify and I'll like kind of scroll through the song and I'll be like, oh, this song's good. I'll be saying it to myself, like, oh, I can't wait to listen to this song again. Oh, I remember I used to listen to this song ages ago. And I'm just kind of like giving her some space where she basically, in a weird way, misses me, even though I'm there already. She misses the attention I was just giving her. But it also shows her like, oh yeah, he's not a rapist. Like, oh yeah, like he's actually like so sexually satisfied. He didn't even seem bothered with it. Then remember, the double blowjob visualization will always help you. She's going to think, oh, like he doesn't even seem annoyed. She's had a guy where she's done this to him before and he's been questioning and asking and she's had to sit up and they speak about it consciously. I don't even say a word about it. All I say is like, if it feels awkward to not say anything, but I'll be like, oh yeah. I'll say something like that whilst I go grab my water. And I'm telling you right now, there's been times when that push and pull has happened about maybe 10 times. So imagine I've got a girl in missionary position, even to the point that she can get naked, but it's a slow pull between taking one piece of clothing off, but she's resistant and stuff. And I never push too hard. I always have this kind of thing of like, she can leave at any time. We can stop at any time. That's the kind of vibe that I create without even needing to say it. Sometimes I do say it to make sure that, I'm not pushing too hard. Where I'll literally say to her, oh, well, we're not going to do anything. You can leave a suit like if you do want to. And she'll be like, oh, no, I don't want to leave. I always make that super clear because you don't want to like get a court case or whatever. And you want her to feel like you're not a fucking weirdo who's going to press too hard. But I've had this with so many times where, for example, we can kiss when we're fully clothed, but to get a bit more intimate, if I'm going to go grab her ass or I'm going to take some of her clothes off, she's resistant and she like pulls them back up and stuff. When that happens, that's part of the push and pull. Don't get butthurt. Don't try and just keep doing it. Don't try and argue with her and try and speak to her logically or anything. Just kind of take the attention off, drink some water, change the song, look out to the view line or something, and just don't talk to her for about 10 seconds. And then go back to like starting off at the lighter weight. Like, you've got like, basically take weight off the barbell. It's like you've hit a PR and then you hit a weight that you couldn't hit, you were at failure. So you need to take weight off the barbell and start at a lighter weight again where you can hit it for reps and then slowly add weight, slowly add weight, slowly add weight. Okay, you got to a new PR, but then you hit failure. So take the weight off the barbell, hit for reps again, keep going, and you've hit a new PR, take the weight off again because you hit failure. Like you basically keep doing that from the point that you're kissing when you're fully clothed. So literally there's been so many times that I could tell you where I have been naked, she has been naked, and she still doesn't feel comfortable enough to like really start having sex. And So it's the same push and pull. Take the attention away from her for about 15 seconds, then go back to her at like a lower level. Don't just like straight dive into a fucking pussy and start eating it out or something. Like basically slow back into like kissing and stuff. It's like a ritual that I've just come to understand now. And I remember yeah, there's so many stories. I'm not going to tell you like stories that'll get your dick hard, but yeah, there's been so many times when I did this, and what was interesting was when you do, like when I have done this with a few girls I can particularly think of right now, the sex with them was fucking amazing. All of their reservations went, and it's like they genuinely liked me. It was just they had this weird like resistance that they didn't even know why. So I remember like this happened in Dubai when I fucked a girl in Iman's place. Basically, I went to Dubai, stayed over at Iman's place, and I met this girl and I text him saying like, is it okay if I bring a girl around? He's like, yeah, that's fine, right? So I bring this girl around when he goes off to like this dinner that I didn't really want to go to. And I bring this girl around and we're just sat on his balcony. We're just talking. We're sober. We're not drinking or anything. We're sober. We're just talking and stuff. And then I get like a blanket and we're like on this kind of like balcony, like this bed on the balcony thing, this couch. And we're kind of like kissing on that. But when I kind of go more intimate and like start grabbing her titties, she starts like pushing them away. Okay, no problem. Then we go in, get water, whatever. And eventually, you know, it's like we're on the couch. Same thing there. I get her into like missionary with our clothes on and we're grinding a little bit. That's fine. Kissing her neck. That's fine. Like start taking her pants off. That's not fine. She's like, kind of like, that's too much for her. So like, okay, stop that. Get some water, sit next to her, change the song, whatever, same ritual. Eventually, we're in my room, and it's over literally about 1 hour, 2 hours, right? So we're in my room. She's still fully clothed. I've taken my shirt off, but like I've got like pants on and everything. Same thing, same like ritual. Get down a little bit, and then she's like resistance. Grab the water, boom. Don't talk about it. Just look away from her for about 15 seconds. Go back. Okay. And then at this point, it's like, you know, it's nighttime and we're almost like, I tell her like, we're going to get ready for sleep. And I say, oh, we're going to get ready for like a nap, even though it was nighttime. And that's like a good good technique you can use as also like kind of insinuate that like it's kind of time to sleep and you can't sleep in clothes. You can't sleep in jeans, right? You can't sleep in like a bra, right? Some shit like that can work. So I say that to her and she's kind of like accepting it a little bit. So I'm kissing her. This time I take off her shirt. She's down for that. She's got big titties. Awesome. Kissing her a little bit more. Start touching her titties. That's fine. Take her bra off. Okay, sweet. So now she's topless with just like jeans on. She doesn't want to take them off. Okay, totally fine. You know, kissing a bit more, like she pulls back a bit. So I do as well. I kind of, you know, do something else. I go and brush my teeth, for example. Don't even talk to her for a little while. Come back and she's kind of like looking at me, missing me a little bit. She's like looking at me with sexy eyes. Then keep going, take her jeans off. And then she's like resisting with her underwear and everything. And it's like, then take them off. And at this point, she was like, you know, blocking it and stuff. And I remember just kind of like laughing. I was like, do you really think we're not going to have sex? And she burst out laughing. And I fucked her so good. Everywhere. I'm like literally fucking bed, floor, sink of the fucking toilet, in the shower, on the desk, everything. And in the end, because it'd been a few days and obviously I'm on semen retention and stuff, when I finally pulled out and fucking sprayed, she was like, she said it in a cute accent as well. She was like, you just sprayed 0.5 liter of cum on me. And so what's interesting is, okay, this same girl, by the way, we go to sleep together. It's proper sweet and everything. Have sex in the middle of the night as well. Wake up. We both get dressed. I take her downstairs to the restaurant. We have this like beautiful breakfast in this fancy place. She's laughing. I'm laughing. It's genuinely like not degenerate. It literally felt like a movie basically for both of us, right? It was so wholesome, everything. We both eat it downstairs. I order her an Uber back to her place, walk her out, open the Uber car door for her. And she, you know, she's probably hugging me, kissing me, everything, telling me to text her. I go back upstairs. I've already gotten a text for her saying like, she said, I should have said this before, but the way you opened the car door for me was so hot that I just wanted to jump out and fuck you again. So it's like so fucking like it's just hot, right? And I was just thinking like, imagine if I like broke frame and at the first time that she said like, oh no, we're not gonna have sex, if I actually listened to it. Now again, don't push into being a rapist, but it's just imagine if both of us, right? Imagine if she didn't get that experience as well, because that was like a genuinely wholesome experience. I saw her once more after that in a different country as well. So it's like a genuinely like really nice experience for both of us. And imagine if I like kind of broke frame at the first time that she had this last minute resistance and we never got to experience that. So it's just so weird that this is the dynamic, and I wish it wasn't as scary as this, because when you are going through this last minute resistance, you really don't want to be pushing too far that then you start feeling rapey and you start actually like scaring her and stuff. You never want to be in that situation. Never fucking put yourself and even her in that situation. So you've got to, again, use a little bit of intuition here. There's a certain like, oh, you know, no, we're not going to, compared to a certain no. There's a certain like I'm not having sex with you to a certain no, I'm not having sex with you. Stop it. There's like a stop and there's a stop. You've got to stop. You've got to have the social intelligence to start knowing which one's which. Like basically, stop being retarded. Go out once a week with your friends and actually fucking like be around human beings. If you're uncertain of this, if for example you're a bit scared, most likely you're just a complete autist who spends too much time on his computer watching content like this, and you go to the gym with your headphones on and don't speak to anyone. You'll learn these sort of social intelligence cues if you go spend more time with people. So once a week, like I always mentioned, the Adonis Protocol, which is inside of Adonis Gang right now. You go into there, you go right into classroom, this one here. If you follow this entire protocol, I've literally told you once a week, go do something social, go do something which is fucking like good for you so you're around other humans, because a lot of getting with a girl is having the kind of awareness of the social intelligence of what's acceptable, what's not. And you need to build that up fast, especially for this, because if you push a little bit too hard, bro, you're in jail for 10 years, and good on you, like basically you deserve it, because you were such an autist that you couldn't even handle being next to another human being. So you should be slightly scared of that, not so much that you're anxious, but you should really like almost visualize how it could be okay to go through the last minute resistance like I've taught you in this module, compared to how you might end up fucking up. What would have to happen? Like what circumstances would have to be true for you to push too hard and actually scare this girl to the point that she might want to report you to the police? Really think about it. Maybe if you drank too much and you weren't able to pick up on our cues, maybe if you were too horny, maybe if you were like this, maybe if you fantasize about this, whatever it is, try and think of those things right now and make sure they don't fucking happen, because this is a sensitive area for both of you, because you can basically traumatize this woman forever if you push too hard. And it's so like it's hard to give you advice, because she's literally going to say like, no, we're not having sex. But you can see that, like, imagine that flash of me eating pancakes with that girl and then walking her to the Uber, and she literally sends me a text like, I wish I could have jumped out of the car and fucked you again. She said we're not going to have sex. She was saying no, 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 no all the time. On the internet, there's this thing of like, oh, men don't take no for an answer. And there's a reason why. It's because sometimes no still means yes. It sounds fucking rapey. I know it does, but like sometimes genuinely, any guy who's fucked a lot will tell you, like sometimes a girl will say no, you still end up fucking her. And like she was happy with it. She was texting you afterwards. She wanted to be with you, everything. So you need to have some social intelligence. And I really think that will come from you just spending more time with women, going on more dates, experiencing this more, and also spending interestingly more time even with men, even in social circles, even in daylight, not even like trying to sleep with girls, but just randomly talking to human beings. You'll start to pick up more and you'll improve your social intelligence of when someone's interested in you, when someone's kind of like, being mean, when someone's this, someone's that. You want to build that up because this is a sensitive place. But I wanted to make this module because if I didn't understand this, I wouldn't have been anywhere near as comfortable being like a sort of sexy alpha male in the bedroom as I am. So I'm glad that I learned this a few years ago, and I'm glad that I get to teach this to you, because there's a way to go about this without being like a rapist. Like I worry that this module will get leaked, for example, and someone's going to think, oh yeah, Hamza's a rapist, and he's teaching people to be a rapist, even though I'm telling you this is in a weird way how to not be rapey. The people who don't watch a video like this, they're going to be more rapey. Like think about it. What does the blue pill beta male do in this situation? He's going to be asking why. He's going to be putting more pressure. I'm telling you specifically that when she says no, you're going to basically stop and actually get like away from her. I'm telling you like the good thing. Retards in the modern day, like stupid feminists and stupid little beta male white knights will think that this is crazy dangerous, what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that if she's saying no, you literally stop and fucking get a little bit away from her. So I'm telling you some good advice here, but it's just, I don't know, it's just a very sensitive topic. So just be careful. The worst thing that could happen is, bro, you push too hard. You traumatize this woman. You really hurt her. You scare her. She calls the police. You get arrested. It's a fucking awful experience. Just be careful. At the same time, I'm going to tell you, like, the guys I know who, are fucking and stuff, they don't really have like this anxiety or fear when they're about to have sex with a girl and stuff. So you don't need to be there like anxious about something. Just use social intelligence. Don't be an idiot. Don't push too hard. And yeah, just keep yourself a little bit safe and keep her safe as well. Let's talk about how to keep yourself safe, because if you're going to be this kind of red pill alpha male guy and you're just going to use this on your wife, then okay, you're fine, no problem. If you're going to use this on women that you meet, maybe girls you're going to casually go on a date with, maybe girls you're going to casually sleep with, there's things that you should know to keep yourself safe. And the first obvious one is use condoms. Many guys say the same bullshit of like, oh, I don't like using condoms. And when I always ask them, it's like, I ask them like, have you ever used one? They're like, no. oh, I tried two once, but I didn't. If you don't like using a condom, it's because the one you use is not the right size for you. When you find the one that has the right size, it literally doesn't feel any different to like not having it. Basically, what you need to do is go onto condom size. What we need is condom sizing guide. Let's see if I can find the exact one for you that I used to use. We need to find your nominal width. Nominal width. You can tell I've done some research on this shit. I'll try and find like an exact size guide for you right now. Yeah, here we go. So this kind of website, basically, I'll copy and paste this for you right now. You just want to go and measure your dick size and then find a condom that actually fits with it. So I was actually surprised. Now, I'm not trying to be like, I don't know, like boasting or whatever, but basically, I'm fairly gifted, especially in length as well. So I used to go to the store and think that, people said buy condoms. So I'd buy condoms. I'd buy like the normal blue Durex, which is like the biggest like blue Durex. This is kind of like the biggest brand in the UK. This is like the normal one, right? So I'd buy this, like every other guy would have these. Or sometimes you'd go to university and they'd give you some free condoms inside of university or college or whatever, right? And I tried using them. And I remember that every time I tried using it, my dick would go soft. Even by the time I even pulled it out, because it was a bit like, fumbly, you're about to have sex, but she's got you hard. And then, you're a bit like, it's an anxious state. You want to have sex, but you're also like panicky, you're not breathing right. So by the time I've like fiddled around with the packet, got it ready, my dick had already lost like 25% of its like erection. I stick it on and it starts losing more. And I remember there was so many times when I literally get into like position to fuck this girl and my dick just went soft with this like floppy condom sticking off. It was so strange. It was so weird. I couldn't stay and keep the erection. And so what I realized about condoms was, first you need to go and get your right size and you need to practice putting it on and learn like certain techniques. Like for example, when you get the condom which is the right size, so this is exactly what you do. You follow this website, follow like the measurements it's telling you, okay, go measure your penis and stuff, and basically go find the kind of condom that it tells you that you need. You need like a certain like width or something, right? So I'll try and find like the ones that I use. I have to scroll down for it. Magnum. Hang on. So this, I'm not even taking the piss, okay? I don't believe, like, I don't have like a porn star cock or anything, right? But if you've got a dick, which like the average dick size is small, if I'm honest, like no offense, right? But the average dick size is nowhere near as big. So my cock isn't like porn star size, but this is the one that fits me well. So if you're like, I don't even think I'm like blessed. Like my dick's like, it's good enough, right? Whatever. Just, that's the one I wear. And think about it. Think about how much I had to scroll down right now to fucking almost like the smallest, like the biggest one of the entire list, right? Just apart from this one, right? And think about that. I was trying to use one of these ones up here. Is there any like whatever one, like this is like all the same, 48, 50, right? So if you're trying to use like one of these ones, when you should be using a bigger one, it won't feel good. It will slip off. It'll be too tight. It'll get you it'll be too restrictive. And then it will like fall. It'll like circulate the blood flow, whatever. Or if it's too big, it'll fall off, whatever. And I didn't realize this was a problem because it didn't feel obvious. It didn't feel too obvious that it was like too tight when I'd put them on. But basically, like once I bought these, and what I did was I bought loads of them. So I bought like literally 5 packs of 12, right? And I started to practice putting them on. Now, this is not a cope for you to start fucking fapping and being a monkey. But I genuinely, for about an hour, practiced putting like 10 on, like with one hand in like missionary, in a weird, like imagine you're in plank, position, like you're doing a plank on your arms. And like I'd grab one hand. So I'm literally planking on one arm. And I'd literally learned how to like put it on myself quickly. So I could rip open the packet very quickly, stick it on, and like literally, and it was always fine after that. So then when I started to have sex, when I used these condoms, it literally, like, bro, I was like a ninja. I'd have it on within like 10 seconds before the girl could even say like, it's okay, you don't have to use a condom. I was like, I've already got it on. I'm not risking it with this fucking hoe, right? So I was fast with it. So that's first step 1, go find the right size. Step 2, go practice. Don't fucking cope. Don't start fapping and thinking, oh, I need to fap inside of it to make sure. No. Just get an erection. Don't fucking watch porn. Just get an erection, stick it on, done. Practice it with using 5 of them so you get used to it fast. And one of the tips I'll give you is, like, people don't even know how to fucking put condoms on, so you've got to practice, right? Go watch a tutorial or something. But what I'll tell you is you have to like pinch the tip of the condom. So when you get the condom, right, so it's like this fucking circular thing, and you kind of roll it out a little bit, make sure it's like the right way up. And what you there's so much shit I have to explain to you. Actually, let me show you. Actually, I wish you was taught this stuff when you were younger. I know it sounds a bit degenerate, but it's very important, right? So this is what a condom looks like. This is what it looks like. It's usually kind of wet and stuff, right? So this is what it is. What you need to do, you get it like this circular thing like this. You grab, see this bit where my cursor is, this like fleshy bit. You grab that and you pinch it. So this bit here. You pinch this fleshy bit first. You pinch it shut, because if you don't do that, it will cause like an air bubble. Like if you didn't pinch that shut and you just roll it on your cock, there'll be like an air bubble at the top. So you want to pinch that, right? So you pinch this bit first. Then what you want to do is you put this over the tip and you start rolling it downwards like that. But before you even do that, when you take it out of the packet, you need to make sure it's in the right way. But because basically how do I explain this? When we pinch the tip and you roll down it a little bit, you'll see if it's rolling out in the proper way, that, for example, this has went downwards rather than it's kind of rolling inside of itself. I wonder if like, I wonder if I can kind of show you, like, should I just go get one out and just fucking show you? I wonder if I can get like a clear picture. Yeah, you know what? That can work. Let's go. Actually, they might show this here. So yeah, see, roll the condom out about 0.5 centimeter and squeeze the air in the tip. So you want to make sure there's not a air bubble. One thing they've not said is when you're basically putting it on your dick, before you do that and you've pinched it, roll it out a little bit more. So for example, you pinch this little fleshy bit and you roll the circle bit of it out a little bit more so it's out. You want to make sure that you've got it the right way around, because sometimes what can happen is it's kind of like inverted. So you want to make sure that when you roll it out, it rolls out fine. Otherwise, it's kind of like it won't roll out properly. It'll be obvious enough. If that happens, all you've got to do is kind of like flip it upside down, pull that little fleshy bit on that side, and then roll it down, right? Put it on the tip, squeeze the top bit of this fleshy bit, and then roll it down, right down to the bottom of your cock, and then it's on, and it should stay on as well. You can also like spit and stuff and get like some lube on it, and that's how to like basically wear them. You certainly want to be doing this with girls that you've just met and girls, you know, you're casually sleeping with. You want to do this if your girl isn't on any kind of birth control to be safe. You also just bear in mind, when you start making money and you get more followers, you will get some girls who want to get pregnant by you. And so just be careful. If they say you don't need to use a condom, you definitely do. So just keep that in mind. Now let's talk about keeping yourself safe from basically evil women trying to do shit to you. If you haven't already, go and Google this name, Emmett Till. He was a black kid who kissed this demon, this whore. He kissed a normal white girl. She went into town and told everyone that she didn't consent to that. And he got violently tortured for it. Hung, strung up, beaten to death, everything. Since these days, even before then, women have been lying. And she came out, eventually told the truth as well, in tears, and no one fucking did anything to her. You know, white woman lies, no one cares. Women lie more often than you'd realize. And it's a dark, dark case when that happens, because you as a man are guilty until proven innocent. You know that the phrase is innocent until proven guilty. When you are accused by a woman, you are guilty until proven innocent. So you need to have ways to prove your innocence. So this is exactly how you do it. When you've had sex with a girl, especially if she's not your wife or anything, there's a few things you can do. I don't want you to be anxious about this, but I just want you to kind of remember this stuff right now, because sometimes you'll get a gut feeling about a girl thinking like, you know what, I just got some gut feeling that some bullshit could happen, and you want to use these things. So for example, there's times when if, for example, I sleep with a girl, I wouldn't do any of these because I wouldn't think I needed to, because I kind of know her enough. I can just, you know, I'm good at like a sort of character judgments, but there's other times when I've gotten a weird gut feeling and I'm like, wait, I'm going to do some of these, right? And other times I just do them anyway, just whatever, right? So the morning text is one where basically you get her to message you the day afterwards and say something where she basically says like she had a fun night, whatever. She just texts you afterwards, because that kind of shows, okay, if she eventually accuses you of rape and then she sent you a text afterwards saying, hey, I had fun last night, that can be nice. Right? Of course, people will say like, you know, it's a bit of the evidence you can show. So if you can get her to text you something, sometimes they'll text you by themselves, or if you can get her to, you know, if you message her saying, hey, I had fun last night, what about you, or something, and she said, yeah, it was good, that's quite nice. For example, there was a time, the first time I fucked in public, I remember I went to the town centre here. I think I told that story in this course where I was like, I saw this girl who I had spoke to in Instagram and stuff, and she was sat next to her male friends, and I came up, kissed her once, stood up, grabbed her hand and said, come on, we're going for a walk. This was like in the middle of nighttime, like, or with the nightclubs and parties and stuff. Took her around, like, we're trying to find somewhere to fuck. We both knew what was happening. And then, took her to one spot. It wasn't really happening. My dick wasn't getting hard, and there was someone too close by, so we went somewhere else. We went like behind this shop, and basically I just plowed her on the side of the side of a dark alleyway next to a store, right? And the next day, I didn't think of this anyway, but the next day she sent me a text saying like, "Hey, can't believe what happened last night. Definitely need to do that again." I screenshotted that. Now, she did nothing. She never accused me or anything, but I had this sort of intuition I screenshotted it honestly just for status because I showed my friends and stuff. But I always kept that text once I learned about this because I was like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you just simply get a text from a girl to kind of show that she had a good time and just screenshot it? That's it. And keep the message. Don't delete the message ever. Even if you get a girlfriend or whatever in the future, don't delete those certain messages because I think a screenshot can be nice. But if you can literally show like a real message, text message on your iPhone or something or WhatsApp, and it's a real thing that, like the court or whatever, the judge can kind of like play around on to see it's a real message, that'd be even better. So that can be helpful. Be on CCTV. So if, for example, you guys can go somewhere, maybe the next day or maybe the same night, you can be seen together, holding hands, kissing each other. If, for example, the next day you can be seen together, if you can take her to like a little restaurant or a cafe, pay with your card, go together, buy her something. So you bought 2 coffees, you're in the CCTV together. That really destroys her case. Imagine she says, okay, she sees some stupid girl and she says you raped her, but then there's CCTV proof that you both went into a cafe the next morning and you're like laughing, you bought her a coffee, you sat there, then you go home after that. You paid on your card as well, but shows you went there and you bought food together. And then that helps your case as well. That's a very simple thing you can do. And also, if you like the girl and she's nice, it's a very nice thing to do to make sure that she's not a hoe as well. Let me just write another one. Voice record. This is an interesting one. Man accused. No, what was it? Sweden man accused rape. Voice note. I remember this article. Sweden man, like nightclub toilets. No, it was a while ago. Basically, what happened was there was this guy in a nightclub. And he pulls this girl, and they both go to the bathrooms, and they start fucking. He, for some reason, had the intuition to voice record it. So he just records it on his phone, the voice memo thing, and just sets it there in his pocket or on the side, whatever. And he's fucking her. You hear her say things like, "Oh yeah, fuck me hard," or whatever, right? He was stupid. Because he tries to find her the next day, finds her, he got like her friend's phone number. She wasn't replying to his text. So he calls her friend and asks to, speak to her. He wants to like get to know her more. And he kind of mentions like in a boastful mood that he slept with her. She, to save herself from the embarrassment of sleeping with this man, and she just wanted a quick and dirty fuck, but she didn't want her friends to know, says, "Oh, he took advantage of her. She was drunk. She was this. She didn't consent." He gets onto trial. And it's a serious thing. He's about to lose 10 years, 15 years of his life till eventually he shows everyone that he had recorded it. The court hears it, transcribes it, and they say like, a woman 1 is heard saying, "Yes, fuck me harder." So obviously it's consensual. And then the case is cleared. Nothing happens to the woman because women are always safe in the eyes of the law because we live in a sexist, feminist, not patriarchal, but feminist era. So nothing happens to the woman. He's saved, right? What's the lesson there? He voice recorded because he sensed in his gut that something could go wrong. So that was good. The other lesson, so basically just voice record if you think like it's a dangerous thing. Obviously, don't fucking do this with your wife, with your girlfriend. Don't do this with like a normal seeming girl. I basically never do this, right? But at the same time, just remember it. If there's a time when you just feel like you kind of need to, just do it. You'll never, the thing is, you'll never regret doing any of these, right? You'll never wake up the next day and be like, "Oh man, I wish I didn't use a condom." You'll never do that. You'll never wake up the next day, or like, let's say later on in that day and be like, "Oh man, I wish we weren't spotted on CCTV buying something together. Oh man, I wish she didn't text me that she had a good time," right? You'll never regret doing these things. Like, you'll never wake up like, "Oh bro, I really wish I didn't press the button there. That took so much effort." You're basically, if you do them, it doesn't mess up anything, right? But probably that one of the most important things to keep yourself safe from all this bullshit, shut the fuck up. This fucking retard, absolute fucking spaz, called that retard there who got accused of rape, right? He called her friends because he had one of their numbers, you know, to stay safe, whatever. Like he probably got her number saying like, oh yeah, me and this girl will go, give me your number to one of the friends, right? Called her friend and told her friends that he fucked her. Just shut up, you fucking idiot. Have you, like, I've done stuff like this. You probably have as well. If you've like slept with a girl, you've dated a girl, you kiss the girl, and you like tell her friends, you tell your friends, shut the fuck up. Just fucking honestly, at least, easily, at least 50% of your problems with women is just solved by this. Just shut the fuck up. Just talk less. Are you fucking retarded? Honestly, you are. And the thing is, I am as well. I'm not even pissed off at you. We're just as men. We are so autistic and plain old stupid that we'll just talk and say stupid shit. Just shut up. When you're trying to attract a girl, talk less. Shut the fuck up. When you've slept with a girl, shut the fuck up. Now, it's different when it's like, I'm teaching you something, I'm telling you a story. But fuck me, those times when I've slept with a girl and I've literally told my friends and then they've told her, or this happened, and I just was sat there wondering, like, why the fuck did I speak about it in the first place? Just shut up, keep it to yourself and tell your close male friends and you'll get a little fist bump from them or something. You can post it here, fine. But don't fucking talk to, like, don't fucking tell her. Don't tell her friends. Don't tell anyone who knows her. Don't be saying to people like, you know, you're getting your hair cut and you're just telling your barber that you're not that close to, yeah, I just fucked this girl called Olivia last night. And he's like, oh yeah, Olivia something. Like, and you're like, yeah, yeah. And then he tells his friend, oh yeah, you know, Olivia just cheated on her boyfriend with this guy and now her boyfriend's coming to stab you. Just shut up, bro. When it comes to women, just shut the fuck up. Just shut up. It's as simple as that. Just stop talking. It's as simple as that. Most of your problems will go. You'll double how much sex you have. You'll half how much risk there is. Just stop talking, bro. Stop. I can't believe how many guys just openly will fucking talk about this shit. They'll openly speak about the girl that they've just had sex with in front of everyone and stuff. Just stop. You'll literally get laid more often if you're seen as the guy who doesn't talk. It's your girl as well. Imagine you're trying to sleep with this girl and she asks you like a shit test, like, oh, you know, how many girls have you fucked recently? And you tell her the truth. Just shut up. Because like, let's say it's something as similar as that, something as simple as that, where a girl asks you like if you slept around a lot and you tell her the truth and you talk about experiences. What's she going to think in her mind subconsciously? When he fucks me, he'll talk about me too. You want to talk like James Bond, where when a woman asks, like, do you sleep with a lot of girls? You respond and you pass the shit test where you say, you know, you just act goofy and you say, like, yes, all of them. When she says, and she asks you about your ex, you don't say, oh, well, you know, my ex Samantha was this and she was like this. And then she got married and then she this, and then no, you just say, yeah, it just didn't work out. You want to look like the guy who doesn't talk because women are deathly afraid of being slut-shamed. They know what they're doing. When a woman sleeps around, she knows that it's a bad thing. That's why they want to keep it on the hush-hush. When they know that you'll talk, they'll be less likely to sleep with you and do anything with you. When they know that you won't talk, that's the type of guy that girls go to fuck. When they know that you're so casual, that you don't talk about other girls in front of them, that you keep things, you know, you kind of wave across the questions, they know that you'll do the same thing about them when someone else asks you. Women don't want to be exposed. This fucking retard who had sex with this girl in the middle of a bathroom in the nightclub, he had to fucking just casually mention that he had sex with this girl, like with, you know, her friends picked up the phone or something. Just stop it, bro. Just stop talking, man. You'll keep yourself very safe if you just don't fucking announce it to people that you slept with this girl. And the final thing actually that just came to my mind is don't talk to the police. Basically, if the worst ever does happen, which I don't want to scare you for, but I just want to prepare you for it. If the worst ever does happen, don't talk to the police. There's this famous video, this one here, I believe. Yeah, I'll go share this video with you. If the worst happens and you wake up one day and the police have like woken you up or some crazy shit's happened and they say like, oh, you've been accused of this. This girl said that you hurt her. This girl said that you touched her inappropriately or whatever. You don't say a single word to the police, understand me? You don't say a single word. If you say to them as simple as like, no, we had sex, but she wanted to. You know what you've really just said? You've given them now evidence that you did have sex. Her lawyer needed to, first of all, prove that you guys had sex. And you've just basically skipped them some of that headache. You basically make your case. You can't make your case better by speaking to the police, but most retards talk and they make their case worse. If you're ever arrested for any reason, you keep your mouth shut. You don't talk to them. You don't say a single word. You don't say, no, it was fine. No, he hit me first. No, this happened, because they aren't going to listen to anything that's on your side. It will just easily add against you. You don't talk to the police. Go watch that video. Basically, you just wait till you get there and you insist on getting a lawyer, and your lawyer talks to the police. Your lawyer is well versed in how to speak to them with these like codes and logistics and everything. You're not. When in doubt, basically, bro, half of this course is just shut the fuck up. Don't talk to the police. Don't talk about women. Don't talk about women that you've had sex with. Don't like specifically talk about it on YouTube or anything. Just fucking, you can tell a blanket statement. Like for example, I've told you about stories, right? But that's fine because I'm telling you about stuff that happened 6 years ago with people that aren't in my life. I wouldn't tell you about something like basically when you hear about something from me, you don't that happened like months ago. Usually, I don't tell you something that's recent. If I slept with a girl today, I wouldn't tell you the story for a long time because I wouldn't want it to like come out where the video goes a bit viral and I've told enough details where someone can figure it out, because I've done this before where I've talked about experiences straight afterwards. And I'm telling you right now, guys, fucking weirdos, literally found the girl that I had like slept with and I talked about on Instagram, and they talked to her and everything. Think about that. I just mentioned like a story of like a girl that I slept with on YouTube, and motherfuckers, literally multiple guys found her Instagram when I didn't even give any kind of detail like that. They found her Instagram and literally started to message her and acting weird, saying bullshit, whatever. So just fucking shut up, bro. Just shut up. Just keep yourself safe. Definitely go do the condom sizing thing right now and just go and keep yourself safe.